everyone, and welcome to another Elliott Wave Forecast Charts of the Day video. My name is Eric. Today is the 22nd of December, around 10:25 p.m. Eastern Time, and today we're gonna take a look at the S&P 500. The Charts of the Day is a session that we present every single day in our website for followers to visit. So you guys to click on the website every single day here, scroll down a little bit, and there you go. You got the charts of the day that when you click on it, you're going to see the chart, right? And then you see a short video explaining the view in more than one time frame. So that's what the charts of the day is. I recommend you guys to visit Elliott Wave Forecast every day for the free analysis of one of the 78 instruments that we cover in the daily basis. Like I say, today we're going to talk about the S&P, which is a very interesting instrument today. Why? Because the S&P 500, if we look at the S&P in the 1 hour chart, is showing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves down. Clear as it gets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, anyway, as everybody knows, is a little bit suggested, right? I mean, you can, if you want to be extremely bullish, you can say that those 5 waves in the S&P is part of a flat, let's say, a flat from here, or something in that nature. And there is always a way to justify a flat in any way. Now, I believe that the S&P, like I say, is showing 5 waves from this peak, right? And I believe that that's interesting because we're gonna look in this video about what possible those 5 waves can represent in the Elliott Wave theory. All right, so everyone see the 5 waves, right? These are the 5 waves from the peak in December the 2nd. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So structures in Elliott Wave that comes with 5 waves, I'm gonna show you guys some. All right, so in that case, we have right here, for example, an ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the S&P should be ending A with the B and the C to come. What is the outcome? A bounce and more downside. Also, in an impulse, if we take a look at an impulse, this is a bullish impulse when you got 5 waves out of the lows and you got 3 backs, then you have another leg higher. Also, a continuation because of the 5 waves, and then we have right here a WXY in which you have 5, 3, continuation 5, and then another 2 sets of 5 waves. So every time that you see 5 waves in the Elliott Wave theory, that means overall continuation 80-90% of the time, unless it's a flat continuation in the direction of the 5 waves. So these 5 waves, like I say, it's hard to find a flat structure, which is in the Elliott Wave theory. For example, a flat is something that sometimes in a regular flat is like this. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you got the 5. But the 5 is part of the correct structure. But like I say, in the case of the S&P right here, I do not see the flat because from here up to here is 3 waves, right? So if there is a flat, it's because you have to make kind of a 4 and a 5 and force the flat from here, and it doesn't look good. So I don't see the flat taking place. So I have to balance myself and say, okay, these 5 waves in Elliott Wave here in the S&P are either right there, a beginning of an ABC when we got a B and a C lower, or it is a beginning of a huge WXY from here when we finish the first leg of a 7 swing structure lower. So we understand the 5 weeks in the S&P and why after the bounce soon, more continuation lower, it should follow. Now, the market, especially the S&P, this is the daily chart of the S&P, right? You can make the case that the S&P is doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1. You can make the case a 2 right here, let's say, or a flat here, and that the S&P easily after the pullback, it can do a continuation lower that is gonna take the S&P all the way down to the 31 and 5 weeks, right? Of course, right here in 5 weeks, it can take a continuation lower that it can take it all the way down to the 31.22 area. That's possible. Now, like I explained earlier, that's possible because when we look at sectors like LSY, look, it's identical to the S&P in a structure, even the same dates right here. If we overlay them, they're very similar right here, right? They are very similar right there. And this one is calling extension from here, which is the S&P calling extension from August 16, right? So now that we see the 5 weeks, if the S&P is going to stand lower, yeah, it can extend. So what a smart trader does at this stage, you identify the 5 weeks and you say, I'm going to have a continuation lower. And the market will decide how big of extension will be. If it will be just an ABC lower here, something like, let's say that the S&P does this, bounce next week and makes another leg lower to retest the lows and higher, or if the S&P will continue lower and reach this area. Time will tell, but what is interesting about the S&P today is that the 5 weeks seems to be very real, and the 5 weeks soon will create a bounce, but also the bounce should fail and the bounce should continue lower. So I believe that the S&P, yes, it can go easily to the 3150 area. The yearly closing will tell in our system, but also the S&P it just can retest the lows of October 14, right? Why is 50-50? To be honest, is because these lows erase this divergency, which make it a little fishy to be a WXY structure. But the continuation lower after the bounce is very clear due to the nature of the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This is how we're laboring. A little more extension right here is what we're laboring. A little more extension like this, then a bounce and more downside. So 5 weeks in the S&P from December the 2nd is almost looks very good for the continuation to the downside. I explained all the possibilities based on Elliott Wave in correlation about the S&P. Nobody knows the speed in which instruments like LSY is going to reach here. Maybe in the next continuation lower, LSY reach the box and S&P just retest the lows. Who knows? But the extension lower, it should happen after the bounce. If you like the video and the way that we explain the market, we have a great promotion now. It's called the Christmas promotion. It's a buy 1 month, get 1 month free. It's going to expire in the next few days, and we're going to remove it. So join us before it ends on Monday the 26th. So join us before we remove the promotion so you can take advantage and get 1 month free on our service, and you get this type of analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Merry Christmas to all, and see you guys around. Have a good day, everyone. A good night, everyone.